Coming up, severe weather is underway for the plains, where will we see the strongest storms? And Tallahassee is getting a break. Warm, sunny weather is in the forecast, but for how long? That's all right here, right now on FSU Weather.
Tuning in to the Tuesday edition of FSU Weather. My name is Sammy Hansen. Let's take a look at our Great Doe Campbell. A very nice 79 degrees with southeast winds of 11 miles per hour. Our current conditions, a very nice 79, and a little cooler near the coast. Our radar right now is showing some severe weather over in the Dallas area, and that's going to continue moving forward into the next couple days. As for Tallahassee is concerned, we do not have anything to be concerned about right now. It is a clear sunny day, but that might change as we move on later into the week. As we see, the severe weather potential might increase as we move on to the Tallahassee area, which we will cover later in the show. We're going to cover severe storm. Where is there an April blizzard, and then the midweek ahead for Tallahassee. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you, Sammy. So yes, we will be talking about so the central part of the United States, we'll be looking at a lot of severe storms, especially Tornado Alley, but we also will be looking at snow in North Dakota, as they might get 3 to 5 feet, of snow, but also friends to the west of Montana will also be looking at snow. But time to change it up to the local here in Tallahassee. We were looking at warmer temperatures here today, and we will be seeing more cloud coverage tomorrow. However, on Thursday we might be looking at, as that front we will be eastbound, we will be looking at more rain chances. So a spot of more severe storms might be pushing our area, and we will be looking at more precipitation over the weekend. As we see over the weekend, we will also be seeing warmer temperatures heading over to Easter Sunday. But as of right now, I'll be turning things over to Nico over at the wall.
All right. Good evening, Tallahassee. As you can see, we've got another nice sunset for the second night in a row over Doak Campbell Stadium. It's a nice evening outside. It's 79 degrees under mostly cloudy skies right now, and your winds are out to the southeast at 11 miles per hour. It is a very nice evening to be out and about if you are going outside this evening. Now look at your current temperatures. You got upper 70s all around the area, except you do got a couple of low 80s scattered around the eastern areas where they've seen a little bit more sunshine. But closer to the coast, it's a little bit cooler because you got the sea breeze moving in. If I look at your wind speeds, you can see that it's about 11, 12 miles an hour in Tallahassee, but if you look out to the west, there are much higher wind speeds over here ahead of that frontal system that we will talk about later tonight. Look at your current dew points. In the mid-50s, it is not super muggy, but the dew points are going up, so it is going to get more humid later this week as that storm system gets closer to us with the front coming through later this week. Look at your future radar, or current radar. Nothing in Florida, but if you look out towards Mississippi right now, this is the start of the frontal system that I alluded to earlier. It is going to approach us from the west later this week. It's definitely going to be something to keep our eyes on for showers and thunderstorms later this week, but as for tonight, it's going to be clear conditions in Tallahassee. It is a very nice evening to be outside. There are no worries of any precipitation tonight. As I already talked about, there is no rain around the area. It's going to be a nice and dry evening for the Tallahassee area. Now look at your future radar. We don't have any rain tonight. We just have some clouds coming in from the west. But as you notice, they start to build in a little bit more tomorrow as the system gets a little closer. I don't think it's going to rain here tomorrow, but we are going to get closer to the system tomorrow. And then you've got a high chance of severe weather up in Iowa. All right. And then to look at your week ahead, you've got thunderstorms coming in on Thursday. This is the front that I already talked about. And then you have another front coming in around Easter Sunday and into Monday. That will be something that I will need to watch. And now I'm going to pass it off.
Yeah, thanks, Nico. So again, speaking of things to watch, it's going to be this severe weather system that we have in the middle of our country right now. And I know this might prove complicated, but don't worry, I'll break things down for you really quickly. So right here we have in this yellow line here, that's our dry line. So that's going to usher in drier air behind it. But in front of it, we have this warm, moist air coming up from the Gulf of Mexico. That's helping fuel our severe system that we have going on right now in places like Texas and also up here into Iowa. That's really our main threat for tornadoes tonight. But again, I'll get more into that later. As for our wind speeds right now, pretty gusty, especially Kansas City, 31 miles an hour out of the south-southwest right now. And again, you can see on these wind streams here coming off the Gulf of Mexico, bringing in that moist air and fueling those thunderstorms. And actually behind it here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, we have behind, and it's also behind that dry line. So with those gusty winds and dry air, that's fueling a fire threat in the southwest. So we'll have to be careful of that as well. So make sure you're not lighting any fires outside unnecessarily. So we want to make sure we're careful of that, not start any wildfires. As for dew points, again, that southerly flow off the Gulf of Mexico is bringing in all of this, that big swath of green there, all that moist air. You can see that stark contrast behind that dry line. 66 there in Dallas, only 17 on the dew point thermometer right there in Midland, Texas. So that's really demonstrating well how powerful that dry line is and how stark the contrast is between those two air masses. And again, up there in Kansas City as well. Cloud cover right now is not all that great over Texas right now. That clearing right there is leading to a tornado watch. That's where we have that instability increasing in Texas, and we have that potential for tornadoes not only this evening, but into tonight as well. We actually have, looks like a tornado warning right there in that watch area as well. So please, if you're in Texas, be careful tonight because the tornadoes are a real threat. Same thing for Iowa, also the northeast corner of Nebraska, and the southeast corner of, looks like South Dakota right there. So we'll have to be careful of that as well. And again, there's that increasing instability in that white color. That's that extreme level of instability that's increasing in Texas, where we have that tornado watch, and it's also moving towards the north, like places like Omaha, Nebraska, and into Des Moines, Iowa, where that instability is increasing overnight tonight. And part of the reason for that is because we have the turning of the winds with height. We have winds coming out of the south-southwest in the yellow color, and the west-southwest in the red color. So we have that changing of the winds with height as we go up in the atmosphere, and that helps those storms start to rotate. And when that happens, we get that tornado threats. We have that in here in Texas, and the same thing up here in Iowa. So we have to be careful of that tonight. Make sure you have a way of getting those severe alerts tonight. Don't put your phones on Do Not Disturb. That's a big thing. So we have to make sure we get those alerts overnight tonight. And again, highlighting that severe weather potential up there in Iowa, we have that moderate threat. That's a 4 out of 5 on that severe scale. And a similar threat down there in Texas, we have a 3 out of 5, and enhanced risk just south of Dallas-Fort Worth. Again, on the radar right now, there's that severe potential. That tornado watch goes into effect right now, and it's continuing throughout the night tonight. And we do have that tornado warning as well. So for places just to the north of Austin right now, in that bright red color, that's that tornado warning. So make sure if you're just north of Austin, make sure you take cover right now until 5:45 Central Time. That's 6:45 Eastern Time. We also have that tornado watch up here in Iowa, and also a severe thunderstorm warning here just to the west of Waterloo, Iowa. So again, and there's that tornado watch as well. Radar right now, we have a bunch of lightning moving into Wisconsin, but again, there's our real threat tonight in Iowa. We have to make sure we're careful of that. We have those discrete supercell systems that will be there tonight. And that, again, on that tornado potential you see there overnight tonight, that's going to be an issue tonight as we go forward in time. And that will slide more towards the east by the time we get to this time tomorrow. Now I'm going to pass things off to Riley.
Yeah, Evan, this severe weather is all associated with something called a jet stream. And this low pressure system right here, it looks like we didn't take off the incoming data that comes with our current surface map. But what we have right now, I can point it out to you. We have a low pressure system over Nebraska, a warm front that's bringing some warm southerly air, and a cold front will be forming. And there's a dry line right here. It separates a lot of that dry and very moist air. But what we're here to talk about right now, since we have a synoptic test on this tomorrow, is jet streaks. Now, what a jet stream is, I'll first talk about a jet stream. A jet stream is in the upper levels of the atmosphere, about 200 millibars, which is really high up, tens of thousands of feet actually. And that is where we have the strong stream of winds. We have almost like a river, but instead of water flowing, it's winds and air. And what we have right here is a jet streak, and we notice that because you see these greens, then yellows, then into those reds. That indicates the strongest wind speeds. The strongest wind speeds are in the reds right there, followed by the yellows, then the greens. And I kind of overlaid the general idea of where we have that jet stream with these arrows right here. And what we also see with this is something called acceleration. We have different kinds of acceleration, and that is what we have with the blue arrows. And oh boy, here I go with some problems with my little graphics here. So we're going back to that jet stream. These arrows indicate acceleration. This acceleration makes the winds faster as it goes towards the center, and then it slows down again. So that means we're leaving a lot of air here, a lot of open air that needs to get replaced from the ground. So that causes some rising air, while you have sinking air where the air is kind of converging and getting all sent together, and then it forces it downwards. So you kind of have a vertical circulation in addition to the jet stream right here. And what that kind of looks like, we'll just go take a look with the low pressure. With the rising air, you have it on this side as well. That's helping to enhance the low pressure that's going to be bringing the winter weather in portions of the northern plains. Now, what does a jet streak look like if you're looking from the bottom up in the atmosphere? Well, we have that initial circulation, the vertical one, with the lower pressure on what in this case would be the eastern side, and then back here an indirect, just kind of following the opposite direction, cause and effect, and that would have the low on the western side, which is what we're seeing in this case. And we see that low on what is here the northwestern side of the jet streak, and that is helping to enhance the snowfall that we will be seeing across North Dakota especially, and portions of southern Canada, and that is really going to help us pick up some significant snowfall totals. So along with that, we do have another low that's kind of going to split off from it. That's going to be connected here by an occluded front. And there's the severe weather. We'll see around 8 p.m. tomorrow. Some storms will be moving through the Chicago area. So it's very interesting how the severe weather and winter weather connect, and they're usually always around that jet stream area, Brian. So definitely a lot to talk about, especially in terms of this winter weather blizzard we're seeing in the Dakotas.
Thank you, Riley. So yes, it is April, and we are still talking about winter weather, as some parts of the country are looking at that. And Northeast right now, we are seeing some beautiful temperatures and beautiful skies, as we are only seeing some precipitation moving off the Nova Scotia part. But however, we are seeing even 60 degrees in Buffalo with sunny skies, and even Burlington 63, and New York at 70 degrees earlier today. Moving things off west, we are seeing all that rain pushing eastbound, like Marquette area. We are seeing more rain coming in, but we are looking at that a lot of snow in North Dakota. They will be seeing like a lot of snow, 3 to 5 feet, especially in some areas, but it will be pushing even into Montana area. And we do see that temperature difference from Sioux Falls and to Lincoln. It's a 30-degree difference, as we are seeing that coming up. And we are moved west. You do see 45 degrees in Seattle. It is looking a little muggy, and a lot of precipitation on the west coast, like Portland, even down in Medford. We are seeing the 40s. However, you are seeing colder temperatures are in Great Falls and Billings, 18, 17, associated with all that snow covering in. We are seeing a lot of winter storm alerts. We do have pretty much a blizzard warning in the whole state of North Dakota, and even in the west coast, we are seeing some advisories from winter storms. And we are seeing winter storm warnings in southern parts of Montana, including Billings, as we can see right now. Future radar, you do see that low move east, as we are seeing some strong storms moving eastbound, as we are seeing some possibly tornado in Tornado Alley as long as that moving along eastbound. But you do see that snow moving northward along with that low, and you do see all that snow will be adding on today and tomorrow, as it starts moving northbound for them, and eastbound for all that rain chances as well. Bismarck, North Dakota, 9 p.m. tonight, 96% chance of precipitation of snow, so 27 degrees. We will be, throughout the whole night, we will be seeing 90%, and even until tomorrow morning. So it's a night of just stay inside, be safe, and also just if you have to do stuff outside, try to don't do it, and avoid going in the streets, highways, because we will be seeing a lot of precipitation, as I talked about a little bit earlier. 3 to 5 feet of snow in some parts of North Dakota. Even till tomorrow at 3 p.m., we are seeing some precipitation still going on, and the temperatures will remain in the 20-degree area. Snowfall forecast, as I was saying, the whole state of North Dakota is basically in the map. You see that 24 to 30 inches in some parts, even stretching out into Minneapolis. However, you do see Montana even picking up some 3 to 5 inches of snow as well. And even in the West Coast, we are seeing some chances for more winter precipitation, not as much as we are seeing in North Dakota and Montana, but we will be seeing up to all the way into Seattle, even into the southern parts of California. Even Colorado will be looking at some inches of precipitation of snow. And it will be stretching down into South Dakota, but not as much as North Dakota, as we will be seeing some precipitation with the severe storms allowing in that tornado alley. So I'll be turning off thanks to Evan right now.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. I got to say, though, I am certainly glad we are not getting 3 to 5 feet of snow here in Tallahassee. I don't think I could live if that would actually happen here. I think people would lose their minds. So hopefully that won't ever happen here in Tallahassee. But again, looking locally, sun is still shining bright over Doak Campbell Stadium, still nice and warm, no chance of snow here, 79 degrees. I would say that's more partly cloudy than mostly cloudy, but still we have that nice breeze coming out of the southeast at 11 miles an hour right now. And here again on that wind speed chart, we have those southeasterly winds coming off the Gulf of Mexico, and that's helping to advect that moisture here in Tallahassee and raise our dew points to higher than they were yesterday. Yesterday we were about, I would say like 52 on our dew point temperature yesterday, but this time now we are about 5 degrees higher on that dew point scale than we were yesterday. So that moisture is definitely getting in here and helping to moisten our atmosphere, make things more humid, as is typical for Florida. We see that, again, wide swath of green here, 55 here in Tallahassee, 62 in Monticello, and also down by the shore, 64 there in Apalachicola. So that's our most humid point, as you would expect with that moisture coming off the Gulf of Mexico, and Apalachicola is right by the coast. So what do you know? And current cloud cover, we have that severe system out towards the west and plenty of clear skies here, and those clouds won't really get here until tonight, and that'll start to keep our temperatures nice and warm for tonight and into tomorrow. Temperatures will be around the same that they were today, but the clouds will be noticeably more dominant tomorrow. So we won't see that sun like we are today, so enjoy it while you can. And again, on the radar, there's that severe system out towards the west, and that'll start to move its way towards the east by the time we get to Thursday with that scattered thunderstorm chance here in Tallahassee. But for now, like I said, plenty of clear skies, nice and beautiful outside. Not that humid yet, but that'll start to change as we get later in the week. So definitely enjoy today while you can. Here you see those clouds start to stream in for tonight. And again, really dominant for much of the day tomorrow. We might see some peaks of sunshine here and there, but I'm not that optimistic about that. Looks like, again, still plenty of cloud cover by the time we get to this time tomorrow. Maybe they'll break up just enough to get a nice pretty sunset around here, so we'll have to wait and see about that. But again, we still have that nice southerly flow there, as you saw there with that moisture being evicted from the Gulf of Mexico, making things feel more humid. And again, here's that potential for severe weather for tonight. Moderate threat up there in Iowa, also enhanced threat down towards Kansas City and down towards Dallas-Fort Worth as well. And that slides further towards the east and expands a bit for tomorrow. Memphis, Tennessee under the gun for that moderate threat of severe weather tomorrow. Tornadoes, large hail, damage, and winds all on the table again for tomorrow as well. Overnight tonight here in Tallahassee, though, looks like a gorgeous night out there. Nice and mild, sitting in the lower 60s by the time we get to midnight and 3 a.m. So another gorgeous night to be outside tonight and enjoy yourself. If you would like to go to the beach on Saturday, right above my head there, not the greatest beach day, kind of cloudy, but that water temperature is still a little chilly, 68, so I wouldn't really want to go out there if I were you. But, you know, maybe want to venture out there, why not? Thursday, there's that thunderstorm chance. Looks like the thunderstorm chance also returns for Easter Sunday, so I hope that doesn't put a damper on anybody's plans, Brian. I
hope not, Evan. So we will be looking at our area right now is state of Florida. It's not moving. Sorry about that. Looking at state of Florida, we will be seeing this part. It's not moving. Looking at Miami, Florida, we're already seeing some beautiful skies around the whole state. Warm temperatures, upper 70s, even lower 80s. Gainesville, clear skies. Only part of state right now we are seeing more cloud coverage is Miami, but beautiful weather around the whole state as of right now. And also very warm around the state. 79 in Key West, 87 in Tampa, and 79 here locally in Tallahassee. Dew points, however, we are seeing some, look at that west part of the country, more dry with all that snow associated with colder temperatures. And then we take a look at all these muggy dew points here in Florida, even in the southern part of the region of the United States. And that upper level water vapor, you do see, all that moisture pushing eastbound from Louisiana, and it will start to creep up here in Tallahassee tomorrow with more cloud coverage and some precipitation chances on Thursday as well. Now, radar, New Orleans is looking at a lot of rain right now coming into the area in a little bit, but we take a look at state of Florida, clear skies, no major precipitation going on. That will be changing in the next day so far with more cloud coverage coming in. Next 48 hours, very warm. Temperatures barely go down to 60s up here in Tallahassee, and they will creep up. They will creep back up tomorrow into the 80s and mostly a lot of parts of the state, 86 in Jacksonville. And Miami, my hometown, 83 tomorrow, 84 Wednesday with chances of rain going up. And then Tampa, 87 on Wednesday, 88 on Friday with chances of rain as well on the weekend. Orlando, however, we might be even seeing 90 degrees on Thursday with more rain chances coming in on Friday. And then Jacksonville, very warm, but not as much rain chances towards the weekend. And Pensacola, we are seeing cooler temperatures that will be associated with that cloud coverage moving in and some rain chances as well, keeping the temperatures a little cooler than the rest of the part of the state. Low temperatures for tonight, 75 in Miami, and then 62 in Tallahassee, cooler by the Panhandle, 68 in Pensacola. And tomorrow's high temperatures, 83 in Miami, 90 in Fort Myers, 87 in Orlando. So pretty much warm for the whole part of the state except Pensacola, as they will be looking at more cloud coverage as well as tomorrow. And now we will be turning off to the weekly planner with Nico.
Thank you, Brian. So as you can see for your weekly planner, this is for tomorrow. You can pretty easily tell where the cold front's at tomorrow. You're going to have an outbreak of severe storms with this system stretching all the way from Arkansas and Mississippi and Louisiana, where the worst of it's going to be, and it's going to go all the way up through Chicago. Chicago's 72 degrees with possibly strong to severe thunderstorms moving through the area tomorrow, so that's definitely something they're going to have to keep an eye on up there. And then on Thursday, after the front comes through, on Thursday you're going to have a blizzard up in Dakotas. You could have 3 to 5 feet of snow with this system, which is crazy. That will never happen here in Florida, but up there, they're probably kind of used to it, to be honest. And then on Friday, it still stays warm in the south. You got the warmth coming back up ahead of the next system. It's still bitterly cold in Dakotas and Minnesota, where the temperatures are in the 20s and the 30s. It's going to be windy. At least they're not going to be piling any more snow on top of their 3 to 5 feet that they already had on Wednesday and Thursday. And then as we move into Saturday, the next cold front starts to take place. You don't see the temperatures on the map, but you can see the cooler temperatures here, highlighted by the colors in Oklahoma. It stays warm down here in Tallahassee, though, 83 degrees. But if you look up in the north, it stays bitterly cold. And then this is a look at your Easter Sunday. If you're going to be in San Antonio, it might be a good idea to have a pool party for Easter. If you're going to be in Tallahassee, watch out for some thunderstorms. It might be a good idea to have an indoor Easter party, but we'll see what happens with that system when it gets closer, depending on what happens with the weather models coming in. Some warmth is starting to come back up ahead of the next system here. And another snowstorm looks like it might be developing over the Dakotas. And compared to your average temperatures, more than 20 degrees below average in the northwest right now. And then as you go into the southeast, it is quite a bit above average today. Cold front, you can obviously see where it is. It's about to move into Illinois. Yeah, west of there, it's very, very cold. On Wednesday, pretty much the entire north part of the country is below average. You have the cold front coming into the southeast. It stays warmer than average in Florida. And then on Thursday, it stays colder than average in the north. You start having warmth built up in the south and the southeast again. and then on Friday, still stays cold, and then it's still warm in the southeast. And now I'm going to pass things off to Sammy.
Thank you very much, Nico. I'm here to wrap up the show with the local close. Yes, a live look at Doe Campbell Stadium. We have a very comfortable 79 degrees with a light wind of 11 miles per hour. Our current local temperatures, yet again, is a nice 76 degrees and a little cooler over by the coastline. Our radar right now, we are very clear. There is not any rain in the sky. We had a very great day. However, as we continue into the next couple days, we do see those rain chances start to increase. We have a cloud cover basically all of Wednesday. Moving into Thursday, we might have some severe weather potential as well. Our overnight outlook, we are looking at some high 60s and a very low chance of rain. We are seeing that severe weather potential increase into the week. Later, we have a small, very small chance in Tallahassee, which will be going on later. So with our week ahead, we do have nice day today. Thursday, we are increasing chances. Easter, we have 40% chance of rain. So with that, we're going to pass it off to the desk.
Thank you, Sammy. So yeah, today we did see some warmer temperatures here in Tallahassee, so it could have been nice for a pool day or even walk your dog, as we will see some cloud coverage coming in the area tomorrow. But for Easter weekend, we will be looking at warmer temperatures hitting 85 on Saturday, maybe even 85 again on Sunday. So what do you think about that?
It's going to be pretty nice temperatures, but with those warm temperatures comes we have some moisture, and it's going to be possibly stormy this weekend as well. So that's going to be something to definitely keep our eyes on. There will be a slight chance of severe weather here, but it will not be anything compared to what they're going to be seeing out in the Mississippi River Valley and in the plains the next 2 days.
Yeah, there's already some tornado warnings going on in Texas, and as you move more north, there is still some winter weather in the United States, even though we're in April already. Like parts of North Dakota are already possibly looking at 3 to 5 feet of snow. Even Montana still 19 degrees in some parts of the state with snow coming in. So not everybody is going on with the warmer weather like we are down here.
Yeah, definitely. We're definitely not going to see anything cold like that anytime soon here.
Yeah, I don't like that. So this weekend, head over to the beach if you want to, because temperatures will be looking favorable for that. And down below are our names, Brian Garcia.
And I'm student meteorologist Nico Sapienza.
Follow us on Twitter at FSU Weather.
And you like us on Facebook at facebook.com/FSU Weather.
And watch live on YouTube at FSU Weather. And we'll be sending things off to Evans for the 7-day. Follow us on Instagram.
That's right. Thank you, guys. So make sure you follow us on all those social media platforms to keep up with us here. One last look at the week ahead. We have that rain chance on Thursday, so make sure you have your rain jackets there if you're headed out to class, and also potentially returning for this Easter weekend. So make sure you have any outdoor plans you plan accordingly for that chance of storms. So I'm student meteorologist Evan Regan. Have a great Tuesday.